Welcome to this deep dive. You pointed us to some, well, really fascinating analysis from the Ring of Fire over on YouTube. And today we're going to unpack their theory about Elon Musk and Donald Trump. The core idea that Musk's, often surprising behavior might actually be a deliberate tactic, a way to distract from other events. Let's get into it.
Exactly. The folks at the Ring of Fire, they present a pretty compelling argument. They're saying Musk's headline-grabbing actions aren't just like random occurrences.
Right.
They suggest these actions serve as diversions, basically drawing public attention away from, potentially unfavorable news or actions related to Donald Trump or maybe his political circle.
Okay, so they're saying this isn't just Musk being, well, Musk. They actually see a strategic element here. Can you elaborate a bit on how they frame this whole idea of distraction?
Yeah, they use the concept of a useful idiot. It's someone whose actions, whether they intend it or not, end up benefiting another party. In this context, they argue that Musk's, let's call them antics, create this kind of media frenzy that just sucks up all the oxygen,
Right.
leaving less room, less focus for scrutiny of other important matters.
That makes sense. They even brought up, I think, courtroom and negotiation strategies, this idea of creating chaos to achieve a goal. How does that fit in?
Yeah, that was interesting. One of the commentators specifically highlighted how creating chaos can be, well, a deliberate tactic. By disrupting the status quo, you can then offer a return to order, but like on your own terms. It potentially helps achieve concessions or just shift the focus entirely. They could actually call this the walkway in negotiations. The argument here is that Musk's unpredictable behavior, that is the chaos.
So all eyes are glued to the latest Musk thing, whatever it might be, a tweet, a business move. And meanwhile, something else entirely is happening, maybe unnoticed.
Precisely. And to really drive this point home, they use this really vivid analogy. Imagine a law firm suddenly announcing they're abolishing, get this, all bathrooms.
Wait, what? Abolishing bathrooms?
Yeah, the sheer unexpectedness, the absurdity of that announcement, it would just dominate all conversation within the firm.
Right. It's so outlandish you wouldn't be able to think about anything else. It's bizarre.
And that's the key. This bizarre distraction completely overshadows any other potentially controversial policy changes the firm might be implementing at the exact same time. The focus becomes the unbelievable bathroom situation, not the underlying business move or policy shift.
They also used another image, didn't they? Something about a magician's assistant throwing papers?
Yes, exactly. The idea is that while the audience is totally fixated on the flurry of flying papers, which represents Musk's disruptive actions, the magician, or in this case potentially Trump and his allies, is free to conduct their real business, sort of out of sight. The Ring of Fire commentators, they seem pretty convinced this is a calculated, almost textbook method of managing public attention.
Okay, so just to summarize their core analysis, Musk's seemingly erratic behavior might not be random at all. It could be a deliberate strategy, creating chaos and misdirection, and effectively acting as a useful idiot to field, potentially, Trump from scrutiny.
That's the essence of the argument they're presented, yeah. A calculated deployment of attention-grabbing events specifically to divert focus.
It certainly gives you something to think about. As you process the, constant stream of information we all face, consider this. What are the broader implications if chaos is intentional manufactured in our public discourse? How can you, as someone trying to stay informed, distinguish between genuine news and these carefully orchestrated diversions? It's tough, isn't it?
It really is.
And maybe think about what responsibility those who command significant public attention have regarding how that attention is actually directed. Some important questions to consider after this deep dive.